Hello everyone, Maverick Mac here, and decided to answer the Ask the Bell Life video. It's released on Monday, December 13th, 2021. It's called I Jacked My Dog Off, Was This Okay? Uh, I'm assuming that the person that sent this in was male, might have been a female. I think they're, they made the name Doug, so don't really know. And evidently the dog had a bad habit of humping it, so he just kind of let the dog work himself between his fingers somehow or another. And they just talk about the sickness of it all, which no, I agree with it. But reading the comments, and I'll tell you what, the world's clueless. Uh, world, I need you to understand something. There is a lot more of this stuff going on than you realize. And how do I know this? Well, one thing is back in 2007, I was with a friend, uh, an old friend. I've not talked to him in years. Since then, the Obama administration and all that stuff, we've gone our separate ways. He's liberal and I'm patriotic, and we don't have much to say uh, since Bush's last year in office and Obama coming in. And anyway, we was talking about different stuff and laughing about porn and stuff like that. And he mentioned something about beastiality, which the appropriate title is actually zoophilia or zoophile. That's what they call the people that do that stuff, zoophiles. And and I said, which I've always knew that. You know, there's some people that may have done some things because a few people are sick here and there, and they know somebody probably was wicked enough to screw a beagle. But I kind of rolled it off that it's a small thing. That all that stuff you hear is just a bunch of malarkey. And he pulls out his laptop computer and goes to a quick Google search, and he pulls. Now, I don't remember what he typed in. Probably something like "woman fucks dog" or something like that. Anyway, buddy, the videos that popped up showing women having sex with dogs was unbelievable. I mean, there was hundreds and hundreds of thousands of hits. I'm not sure how much now because I'm scared I'm afraid I'll get a virus. I'm afraid I'll show a child porn or something like that. I don't do that. I don't watch bestiality anyway, but at that time, which he's got more concern too. Since then, things are a lot stricter now than 2008 or 2007 actually. And so my point is on that is they've got stricter. Maybe you can't find as many videos anymore, or maybe they've managed to get rid of it. I don't think so. I'm not going to do a search to find out. I'm scared of that stuff now. Well, I was scared of it. I'm way no more like. If you can do a search now, by George, they'll come knock on your door and throw you in prison. That's where I am now. I don't want to go to prison. You can do what happens in prison. I worked in a prison for a while. I don't like what goes on in there, so I'm staying out. Anyway, they showed me and I found out that it is a big deal. There's a lot more stuff going on than people realize. And since then, I've also learned a particular friend of mine, she's into it also. I've heard other people talk about this kind of stuff. And I've heard the jokes about local people doing this stuff. Trey Bell mentioned the woman with the peanut butter things at the top of the steps. Well, that might have really happened, but it seems to be one of those urban legend things because every town says that, and every town claims it happened in their own town. I heard that exact same story was supposed to be in the town I'm from, which is Irvine, Kentucky, or Irvin. We say Irvin, but most people call it Irvine. That's where I'm from, and people there claim it happened in our town, and I've been in other towns and people say it happened in their town. I'm like, well, wait a minute now, hold on now. I keep on hearing this everywhere I go. Anyway, now that stuff really happens. Uh, I've heard people talk about the kind of thing. Hell, my dad used to tell me about a woman he worked with, and she was a while when she was open about it. She flat admitted she bought I remember it was Rottweilers or German Shepherds, what it was. Anyway, she says no, she just says crazy anyway, but she says there ain't nothing better than a dog. So I got a friend of mine. She says the same thing. She's she's flat open about it. And see, here's what gets interesting on behalf of that, because I disagree with, well, many things, but I disagree with homosexuality. Doesn't mean I can't be nice to people. I can even be their friend, but I mean, I got friends. Even though I'm patriotic, I have friends that are liberal. They're my friends, and well, I get mad. Yeah, I do, but still, they're my friends. I don't hate them because they're liberal. Well, I have people in my life I know that are homosexual. They don't disagree with it. But guess what? We still get along. We don't talk about it. They don't ask me to be gay. I don't say, listen, you need to straighten up. Pardon the pun. But anyway, get on with these people and stuff like that. And my friend, I don't go into all the details that she explained to me, but because of me trying to be, I don't want to say approving, me being nice, not being hateful to homosexuals. No, I don't want to go out there and hurt them or anything like that. God forbids that stuff too. This, love the person, hate the sin. And my friend, she admitted to it. She got a story on how it happened. In fact, well, the way she learned, she never crossed her mind, but she was at her dad's one time showering, and somehow she slipped and fell. When she got out of the shower, the floor, her foot was wet, and the bare floor was a carpet, and no, she never thought anything about it. And she's used to her dad's dog and knows their dad's house. She's used to her dad's dog following them around everywhere they went and everything. So she thought nothing about it whatsoever. But when she's on her way, when she landed, she didn't get hurt. She blocked herself, but she was still down low, and the dog jumped up and mounted her, penetrated. And then she said at first she was really shocked, but then she realized how great it was, and that's when she found out she loved having sex with dogs. She started going to her dad's, and it's a long damn story. Anyway, because a lot of people that talk about bestiality being bad says that you're raping animals. She says no. So there are animals that are not willing, animals that are, just like people. So she disagrees with it. Uh, I think it's wrong regardless. But when she's a little girl, well, I'm gonna say little girl, but she got a little older and understood sexuality, stuff like that. She was against homosexuality and lesbianism, stuff like that. She's against everything. She believed, one man for one woman for life, stuff like that. But she got a little older, she started getting a little horny, a little wilder. Was long as she was lesbian out and having no sex and things like that, and getting other things. And she got into that side, love is love. And if you want to watch it, I'm watching live train cam. She's got into love is love and don't hate, don't discriminate, God loves everybody and all that stuff. And then she had the encounter with the dog, and now she's advocating actually against the LGBTQ plus whatever all those letters are community, because they say love is love, we shouldn't discriminate anybody. Well, they speak out against bestiality and things like that. She said no, they screamed that they wanted their freedoms. They said love is love. They screamed about drawing the line, telling straight people, and Christians like that. Well, love is love. Where do you draw the line on love? And she said, well, now they're doing it to her, so she speaks out against them. Uh, the point being is all that. Aside from me having a female friend that's into this kind of stuff, it's very displeasing. But anyway, she explained this stuff to me, and there's a lot more of it going around than you think. She talks about meeting people somehow or another. They're in this kind of stuff, the little groups, and things like that. It's very hidden because it's strictly taboo to this day. But anyway, it exists. And I can't remember how I was going with all this stuff. I had a lot of stuff I was going to say, and I'm forgetting most of it now. I went to a bunch of stuff I didn't mean to go into. But I know some things about me is one of the reasons I'm saying what I'm saying. Give me a moment here to get a little dry. Yes, I'm a slurper. Sorry, but I do. Can't stand for soda with that little lip up there. It drives me nuts. I'm OCD. These people doing this stuff. One thing to know about me is I used to be a criminal back when I was young, late teens, early 20s. Criminal, got in trouble, faced a 15-year sentence in prison. Courts let me out of it, gave me a year probation, and dropped felony charges. I went from facing a 15-year sentence in prison to working in a prison as a prison guard. So I know things from both sides of the fence. And as a former criminal, one of the things I would do in my life was I was a criminal for hire. People's like, well, who hires a criminal? Well, it's very simple. No, it depends on what you want done. A lot of people would want to set people up or sometimes sabotage, revenge, things like that. Now, did I go beat people to death or stuff like that? No, I never killed anybody. I wasn't a human trafficker, rapist. I was small time. I was a small time drug runner those days. Don't worry, y'all trying to take notes. The police already know this stuff, so there's nothing to go say, hey, there's this guy on the internet saying blah, blah, blah. Police already know, okay? So, I've already been through this stuff. I've not been a criminal in over 20 years. Police know, okay? So, small time drug dealer, burglar, criminal for hire, do things, blackmail, stuff like that. And it was also me that I would do a lot of this stuff. I would just get photographs or videos. I managed to get my hands on a VHS camcorder. Had a lot of fun. Things I've done, that's the same thing. But anyway, people would hire me, to do things. A lot of women, and to take my word for it, women, they do not want to spend money. A lot of things I did was for titty shots, or if it got more serious, a little bit higher price to pay. You want me to do that? Well, that's gonna cost you a blowjob. No, you want me to do that? Well, I need to get them boobs out and blowjob, or whatever. Some things were a little more serious, and I had a little bit higher demand. No, you're gonna give me some of that ass. You want me to do that? You want me to take a bunch of back to your ex's car because he took your stereo system? Fine, but that's called a felony. So. You can get punked. It depends on what it was. Women don't want to pay money. A lot of them will use sex to avoid paying money to get what they want. And when word gets out, about me, because everybody knows it, and everybody knows what I am. So I don't care to tell this because the world already knows I'm a piece of shit. Okay, or was. And when word gets out, that's kind of what I'm getting at on that, trying to tell y'all that me as a criminal. What I'm trying to tell you is, I know a lot of things because I was a criminal. And where I'm getting at with telling you the story, you're like, what's he telling us all this shit for? Because what I'm trying to tell you is as a former criminal, I know how guilty a lot of people are. Okay? Most people will do things you don't realize they would. Catholics and Baptists both have done studies. 80% of people that go to church are just there to be seen so they can look good and try to cover up their sins. David Pilatus, if you don't know who he is, check out Missing 411 Can-Am Missing Project. Can-Am Missing Projects, and you find out who that is. And he would tell you about Bigfoot research and everything. And he's a researcher, Bigfoot. He goes into towns, has conventions and everything. The public laughs at him. He goes to a restaurant, they're laughing at him, whatever. But I listen to nobody over that and everything. And then later on, he runs into the same people that are laughing at him, saying, "Hey, listen, Dave, I saw Bigfoot, but listen, I apologize for having to laugh at you while I was in town. I can't afford to let everybody know that I seen Bigfoot. If I say anything, I'll be ridiculed. Society, I might lose my job. That's what society is. People laugh at you for Bigfoot. There ain't nobody doing shit about how we treat each other, though. Think about that. Well, as a criminal, I have a similar story as Dave Pilatus from the criminal side. I can tell you right now, all these people around here doing this stuff, when you hear people say, I would never have sex with a dog, you might want to think that might be the person more likely to have sex with a dog, or whatever it is. I would never smoke weed. That might be the person that would smoke weed then. Most people are guilty. No one's free from sin, but most people are guilty of doing things you wouldn't imagine. But they put on a damn show and say they'd never do anything like that, and then public they'd ridicule it. They'd be the ones to cast the first stone. They would hit you with a stone to make themselves look innocent. But the fact is, most people are guilty. As a former criminal, I know, because most of the people I know in my community have snuck around at one point or another, or ran to me for something or another. Girls showing themselves, doing things to get stuff done. Why would guys hire me to do a crime when I was doing that stuff? Because he wants to be with his woman. He wants to be out there pounding that. He don't be out there doing whatever it is he needs done. He might want somebody's, let's say, throw sugar in somebody's gas tank, or maybe he wants me to take my video camera and go secretly sneak and film the neighbor's wife who's suntanning all the time, doesn't realize that somebody's caught on to it and so they're sneaking and watching her, or maybe she's cheating and everything and he wants some of that tail, so all I gotta do is get him some video footage of it and everything, and he gonna tell her, you're gonna give me some of that too, or else I'm gonna show this to your husband and you're going through a divorce, you're gonna lose your kids and everything else. You think that guy wants to spend all damn day waiting on something like that, or night or whatever? No. He wants to be out there pounding some girl. He wants to be out there working, making money, anything but that. Who was the one, does criminals sound glamorous? No, because when I was doing that kind of stuff, guess who was out there dealing with cold weather, snow and ice, or summertime heat, storms, lightning, mosquitoes, poison ivy, snakes, coyotes, things like that. And that's why somebody like me was able to make a little bit of money. Didn't get rich at it for sure. Most people that have money to spend, so they always try to find some alternative way, try to barter. Maybe I'll get you a sandwich. Now, listen, man, you're going to have to give me more than a sandwich to do that. By the way, I was never a gay prostitute. Because somehow it comes up, people think, some reason people do that stuff. Of course, it's probably not going to believe me, though. Say, oh, you just out there and said you can't believe anybody. Well, I had to just say that. Think what you want, I guess. But anyway, to all you people out there in Aspenbell lifestyle and all this stuff, he got a rude awakening, man. As a former criminal, I know that beastiality stuff going on sitting on there, believe me, it's a whole lot bigger than you realize it is. It ain't just bestiality, it's all kinds of stuff. The more people on drugs than you realize, there's more pedophiles than you realize, there's more cheating spouses than you realize. In fact, I remember seeing Oprah Winfrey and Jenny Jones from the Jenny Jones Show many years ago, back in the 90s. Both of them said the same thing, that they done posed and talked about that 70% of married men cheat on their wives. It's 75% of married women cheat on their husbands. The majority of them actually cheating on each other, but the other one didn't know. But it's something that they pointed out. They know so what you want to do about men, but it's actually a higher percentage of women cheating on men than men cheating on women. At least that's what Jenny Jones and Oprah Winfrey both said back, I don't know, 95, 96, somewhere in there. I don't remember exact year. I remember seeing it. The point is, as a former criminal, I know most people are guilty of things. And that whole stuff that I would never do this, blah, 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 and the people saying stuff, most people are just putting on a show. They got a whole lot more sins and things they're willing to do and things that they have done or do again or whatever than they will ever admit to and tell you. And that's a fact. Of course, you're probably going to believe this, like, well, you just said I don't believe anything you hear. Well, I tried anyway, right? So anyway, there's my answer to the Ask the Bell Life. I jacked my dog off. Was this okay? For Monday, December 13th, 2021. 10 hours ago as of me making this. The upload was 10 hours ago as of me making this video right here, right now. And for anybody that wants to know about that worthless, stupid bit of information that has really no use other than me making the video just to tell you, hey, here's some sad news. There's a whole lot more of it going on than you realize. It's sad and it's sick and it sucks. Deal with it. I'm sorry. Whatever reason that y'all need to know that. I don't know either, but I thought I'd just tell you. Anyway, I'm Maverick Mac. I'm a bad guy. Well, was a bad guy. And, yeah. Nothing special about me, so have a nice day.